Hi, welcome back to the Soul Shift channel. Today I will talk about Droals. I just love that word. Well, actually, I don't think it is a real word, but for me it is. And I do believe something like it is missing. During my years in the corporate world, people always talked about the importance of goals. And you would have goals for absolutely everything. The same goes for life. A goal to do this and a goal to do that. A goal is something that you set and you kind of measure your success by whether you achieve it or not. Dreams, on the other hand, are something that you wish for. Your dreams can include absolutely anything, and perhaps they will always remain dreams. For example, you can dream of winning all the money you need in a lottery. That is a dream. You cannot really influence the outcome apart from buying a ticket and participating in some kind of lottery or betting. A draw is something that you can influence, but this is far less demanding than a goal. You don't have to achieve a draw. No. You can draw on and on. But with a draw, you are the one who influences the outcome, which is not necessarily the case with a dream. So for me, without the draw process, I actually miss my why. So you could say that I visualize, but then when I start visualizing, I have already arrived at something specific that I am visualizing about. A draw is more like a dream in that sense. And perhaps a draw is simply a dream without the how. So let's take the same example of winning money. So you dream about winning a huge amount of money. But what are you going to do with the money? So that becomes my draw. So I win 155 million, let's say. What do I do with the money? That is kind of the beginning of this draw process. So of course I come up with a lot of things that are not necessarily really me, but I have to spend the money somehow when you start like, oh, I would buy this and that and blah, blah. But among all those ideas, there will be a few things where I feel, oh, this is really, really what I want. And it's not so much about buying things, I would say. It's more like, how would my life look like if I would have this opportunity? But there is my draw. The things that feel like a dream, but are actually possible to achieve because I'm the one behind that can influence it. So how, I don't know, and I shouldn't really care about the how. I should only focus on the what. So the word draw is very important to me. It is my tool for understanding whether I'm on the right path or not. It is about allowing myself to draw away on the subway or wherever I happen to be, just to discover what I really, really want. And I guess it is a way for me to go beyond the dreaming phase, to reason with myself about whether I am really willing to put in the effort that to actually fulfill that dream. There lies the draw. It is your dream life, as big as it can possibly be, but one that you can influence, and one where you have come to the conclusion that you're actually willing to put in the effort to achieve it. Then after that, I can sit down and think, what can I do to make this draw happen? And there the goals return. But now they are truly aligned with myself and my soul. And even if a draw is huge, and I mean huge, I can still get there. and if I'm willing to put in the effort to do so. And that is the difference between the dream and the draw. Thanks for today. Bye bye.